15 fascinating facts about Timor-Leste. 1. The most biodiverse marine area in the world. Untold Island, sitting just 24 kilometers north of Dili in East Timor-Leste, is surrounded by a stunning marine world packed with more reef fish species than anywhere else on Earth. Back in 2016, researchers uncovered an incredible 643 species swimming in the waters around this island, with many thought to be completely unique, never seen before. This gem lies within the Coral Triangle, a vibrant region in the Western Pacific, famous for its massive variety of coral and unmatched biodiversity, outshining every other marine spot globally. Even so, scientists were blown away by the sheer number of discoveries around Untold, calling it a record-breaking hotspot. They strongly recommend turning this area into a protected marine park to preserve its wonders. Visiting Untold Island is a jaw-dropping experience that's sure to leave anyone amazed, and it holds huge potential to boost Timor-Leste's ecotourism scene, drawing in nature lovers from far and wide. Beyond the fish, East Timor-Leste also shines as a prime spot for whale and dolphin watching. Nestled in the lively Coral Triangle, its waters are buzzing with life, hosting a wide range of marine mammals. If luck's on your side, you might catch the awe-inspiring sight of massive whales blasting water into the air or spot playful dolphins gliding alongside your boat, putting on a show that's hard to forget. 2. One of the newest countries on Earth. East Timor-Leste sits on the eastern edge of Timor Island, sharing a border with Indonesia and gazing out over the expansive Timor Sea. This Southeast Asian nation, once under Portuguese and Indonesian rule, carries a noticeable European flair in its culture. Gaining independence in 2002, it holds the title of Southeast Asia's youngest country, covering a modest 14,870 square kilometers, smaller than the U.S. state of Connecticut. Don't let its size fool you, though. The land is packed with variety, boasting towering mountains, untouched beaches, and thick, green tropical jungles. Large parts of East Timor-Leste remain a mystery, with unmapped corners waiting to be explored due to limited ventures into its wild terrain. The climate here keeps things simple with just 2 seasons, dry and rainy. From May to November, the dry season brings blazing sunshine, with daytime temperatures climbing as high as 35 degrees, perfect for soaking up the scenery. Then comes the rainy season, when heavy tropical showers transform dirt paths into muddy obstacles, turning every trip into a thrilling ride. As of 2024, about 1.3 million people call this place home, representing 16 unique ethnic groups, with 97% embracing Catholicism. The population skews strikingly young, with over 60% under 25, injecting a lively spirit into the air, especially during colorful traditional celebrations that light up the calendar. Language here is a fascinating mix, with Tidum and Portuguese as the official tongues. Yet, only 30 to 35% of folks speak Portuguese, while most chat in Tidum or local dialects. The younger crowd often leans toward English and Indonesian, even though these aren't official. It's not uncommon to hear someone weave 3 or 4 languages into one lively sentence, showcasing the country's rich linguistic tapestry. Though small and still finding its footing, East Timor-Leste overflows with charm, offering warm hospitality, jaw-dropping landscapes, and a raw, unpolished beauty that's yet to be overrun by tourists. A visit here promises a fresh, authentic adventure that's hard to find elsewhere. 3. The most diverse and unique transportation in Asia. If you picture transportation in East Timor-Leste as a carbon copy of other Southeast Asian nations, think again, because it's a wild ride all its own. Moving around here is nothing short of an exciting escapade. Motorcycles rule the roads, far outnumbering cars, while the streets buzz with a colorful mix of options: 3-wheeled carts, pedal-powered bicycles, and eye-catching minibuses splashed with vivid paint. Locals zip around on bikes for everything, from market runs and work commutes to hauling goods, some stacked so high with cargo they loom over the riders like rolling towers. Then there are the minibuses, small but mighty, doubling as roving jukeboxes with their dazzling decals, flashing LED lights, and cheerful tunes pumping through the air the whole trip. East Timor-Leste boasts breathtaking scenery, but its roads? They're a test of grit. Rough, pothole-riddled dirt tracks turn into muddy slogs when the rains hit, feeling more like a swamp than a route, while rickety wooden bridges tremble under every passing vehicle, sending your pulse racing faster than the thumping beats from those minibuses. Out in the countryside, bicycles and three-wheeled carts take center stage. Whether it's lugging farm produce or heading to the market, these trusty rides get the job done. Don't let their simplicity fool you. It's jaw-dropping to see a bike balancing dozens of rice sacks or a cart piled up like a pint-sized delivery truck, proving there's serious strength in these everyday workhorses. 4. The uniqueness and mystery of East Timorese women. In East Timor-Leste, beauty isn't about heavy makeup or the latest fashion fads. It's all about embracing a raw, natural strength that shines through. The women here boast tough, sun-bronzed skin and striking black eyes that radiate a fierce, unwavering spirit. When they flash a smile, it's not a coy or silly grin. Picture them seated at a loom, their hands deftly threading colorful tass fabric, a vivid textile that's more than just material. It's a living piece of heritage, a badge of identity, and a point of pride for East Timor's women. Beyond weaving, they juggle running homes, tending crops, fishing, and haggling at bustling markets, not waiting for handouts, but steering their own paths with grit and purpose. These women blend loyalty with a bold streak of independence, never afraid to stand up, voice their thoughts, or demand what's theirs, which gives them a captivating mix of power and enigma. And here's a twist you won't spot everywhere. The older women often sport deep red smiles, not from any cosmetic tube, but from chewing betel nut. This habit isn't just for the silver-haired crowd. It's a nod to maturity and a way to honor their roots. For them, those crimson-stained lips aren't a flaw to cover up, but a proud emblem of tradition, a vibrant mark of who they are and where they come from, worn with confidence. If you want to connect and make friends with Timorese girls through social media or dating apps and would like us to share tips on how to befriend Timorese girls, please leave a comment with the number 8. We will provide you with the answers. 5. Unique coffee culture. East Timor-Leste's coffee ranks among the cleanest, most natural organic brews you'll find anywhere. Grown high up in untouched mountain areas, these coffee plants thrive without a drop of chemical fertilizer, yielding beans that pack a bold, rich flavor with a smooth, chocolatey finish that can win over even the pickiest coffee fans. The coffee scene here is a world apart from the grab-and-go vibe you'd see in the U. In Timor-Leste, folks stretch out their coffee time for hours, not chugging it down, but sipping slowly, swapping stories, and soaking in the moment. Step into a local cafe, and you won't catch people staring at screens or rushing out the door. Instead, you'll see warm smiles and lively chats over steaming mugs shared with buddies, family, or coworkers. Out in the countryside, don't expect fancy chains like Starbucks or Highlands popping up. Here, people brew their coffee right at home or up in the hills, using basic clay or aluminum pots that fill the air with a cozy, earthy scent that blends perfectly with the surrounding nature. Here's a twist. Even though East Timor-Leste churns out some top-notch beans, the cream of the crop usually heads overseas to places like the U.S. and Europe. So what do the locals sip? They enjoy a more affordable version, often jazzed up with sugar or a splash of condensed milk, yet their passion and pride for this homegrown drink never waver, keeping it close to their hearts. 6. A poor country with incredibly hospitable and resilient people. When East Timor-Leste comes to mind, many picture a tiny, struggling nation that barely registers on the global economic radar. It's true, this place ranks among the world's poorest, with over 40% of its people scraping by below the poverty line, leaning heavily on oil to keep the economy afloat. But if you just skim the stats, you'll miss the real treasure here. Sure, East Timor-Leste might lack cash, but it overflows with riches that don't show up in bank accounts. Step into this country and don't be shocked when locals welcome you with a bold cup of coffee or a modest home-cooked dish, served up with genuine grins and tales of their roots. They may not have stacks of money, but their generosity knows no limits. Beneath that warm welcome, though, beats a core of grit and guts. After enduring centuries under foreign rule, The people here never back down, fighting tooth and nail until they claimed their freedom. Even with poverty pressing in, they stand tough, hopeful, and dead set on piecing their nation back together. There's a local phrase that captures their spirit, le hatin matin. It's no empty boast either. Despite the rough road, East Timor-Leste's folks push ahead with unshakable resolve, tireless effort, and smiles that refuse to dim, proving their strength in more than just dollars. 7. East Timor-Leste's powerful passport. Here's a fun fact that might catch you off guard. Timor-Leste's passport packs a surprising punch, ranking among Southeast Asia's most travel-friendly. Thanks to its past as a Portuguese colony and ongoing connections with Portugal and other Portuguese-speaking nations, Timorese folks can jet off to all Schengen countries for up to 3 months, no visa hassle required. If you're eyeing a trip to this hidden gem, though, you'll need to get your paperwork in order. For U.S. travelers and folks from most EU countries, grabbing a visa on arrival is the way to go. You can snag it right at President's Nicolau Lobato International Airport or the Port of Dili, good for a 30-day stay. To make it happen, you'll need to show you've got the cash to cover yourself, about $150 a day, plus a hotel reservation or an invite from a local, and proof you're not sticking around forever, like a return ticket or onward travel plans. Here's a bonus perk. Citizens from EU countries get a sweet deal with visa-free entry, letting them hang out for up to 90 days within any 180-day stretch. That extra flexibility makes exploring Timor-Leste's rugged beauty and warm vibes even easier for those lucky passport holders. 8. The most pristine tourist attractions. For more than 400 years, East Timor-Leste existed under Portuguese rule, leaving behind a rich legacy etched in time. Today, you can still spot ancient churches scattered across the land, standing tall as silent storytellers of history. These structures often showcase Gothic and Baroque styles, with sturdy stone walls, graceful arches, and breathtaking stained glass windows that catch the light just right. Among them, Motel Church in Dili stands out, a place once pulsing with the energy of the East Timorese fight for independence. Beyond the churches, the countryside unfolds with sprawling terraced rice fields, especially in the western parts. These vibrant green patches twist and turn along the mountainsides, painting a scene so beautiful it feels like nature's masterpiece. Then there's Mount Ramelow, the tallest peak in the nation, stretching up to 2,986 meters. It's a hiker's paradise and a sacred spot for locals who journey there on pilgrimages. At the top, a grand statue of the Virgin Mary watches over the land, cherished as a holy emblem of East Timor-Leste. 9. Life in Dili. Life in Dili, the heart of East Timor-Leste, isn't what you'd call wild, serene, or untouched in the typical sense. It's a capital with its own rhythm, where folks take it easy instead of racing through the day. Mornings kick off with locals sipping bold coffee at little roadside spots, swapping stories, or just staring out at the ocean. The streets hum with a mix of old motorcycles dodging walkers, while nearby markets come alive with vendors hawking fresh catches, colorful veggies, and handmade treasures. What really grabs you in Dili is the endless blue sea hugging the city's edge. Feeling the heat? In just minutes, you can hit pristine shores like Aria Branca or Back Beach, perfect for kicking back, taking a dip, or soaking in a jaw-dropping sunset. One spot you can't miss is the Cristo Rei statue, a towering 27-meter figure perched on a hill, gazing out over the water as a proud mark of this nation's freedom. Getting to the top means tackling over 500 steps, but once you're there, the sweeping view of Dili, especially as the sun dips low, makes every climb worth it. Grab a seat at a seaside joint, and you'll spot clusters of small wooden boats drifting lazily across the turquoise waves. Local fishermen work their magic close to shore, just 10 to 20 meters out, tossing nets with tools that are basic but get the job done. Their routine is refreshingly straightforward. A quick half-hour trip to sea in the morning can haul in enough fish to cover the day, or pocket them $10 to $15, leaving plenty of time to chill with family. The ocean here is bursting with goodies too. If you're patient and stick around until the afternoon tide pulls back about 100 meters, You can scoop up baskets of fresh finds like shiny shellfish, juicy clams, or sea cumbers poking out of the sand. Dili keeps it real, with a quiet charm that sneaks up on you. If you want to connect with the foreign community in Dili, please leave a comment with the number 9 and your country name, and we will respond to you in the comments. 10. Eating with hands. One standout tradition among the people of East Timor-Leste is their love for eating with their hands, a habit woven deep into everyday life, unlike what you'd see in the US. Here, it's all about using just the right hand, since the left is viewed as off-limits for food in their culture. They grab small bites, mixing them with rice and spices, blending tasty combos right at their fingertips before popping it into their mouths. Local favorites like ikan sabuko, a grilled fish soaked in tangy tamarind, bader dan, a hearty corn stew, or feijoada, a rich dish with roots and tradition, somehow taste even better this way, just as folks have enjoyed them for ages. At family dinners or big celebrations, everyone huddles around a giant platter, digging into the same spread. It's more than just eating. It's a warm way to show kindness, build bonds, and honor the people sharing the meal. This hands-on approach brings a real sense of togetherness to the table, making every bite a little more meaningful. 11. Umalulik, the sacred house in East Timor-Leste. In East Timor-Leste, one custom that truly shines is the way people dig into their meals with their hands, a practice rooted firmly in daily life, setting it apart from habits you'd find in the US. They stick to using only their right hand, since the left is seen as unfit for eating in their traditions. With skillful fingers, they scoop up small portions, pairing them with rice and spices to craft delicious blends right there at their fingertips, before savoring each bite. Dishes like ikan sabuko, a juicy grilled fish, marinated in zesty tamarind, bader dan, a comforting corn stew, or feijoada, a flavorful classic tied to their heritage, hit different when enjoyed this way, carrying on a method loved for generations. During family gatherings or festive events, everyone clusters around a massive shared dish, reaching in together. It's not just about filling up, it's a heartfelt gesture of generosity, a chance to connect, and a nod of respect to those around the table. This hands-on style adds a special layer of closeness to every meal, turning simple flavors into something worth remembering. 12. Teas and Ta's Market. Nothing captures the heart and soul of East Timor-Leste quite like tas, a stunning handmade fabric that's a true labor of love. Woven from cotton and colored with dyes straight from nature, every piece is crafted by hand with incredible detail. You'll see East Timorese folks proudly wearing tas for big moments like festivals, weddings, or cultural events. Guys often sport tas mane, tying it around their waists or draping it over their shoulders, while ladies rock tas fido, a flowing dress that fits like a charm. What makes it extra cool is how each design tells a story, hinting at where someone's from or their place in the community. Certain colors and patterns even set apart different tribes across the country, adding a layer of meaning to every thread. If you're hunting for the real deal, head to Tas Market in Dili, the capital's go-to spot for this iconic fabric. Walking in, you're hit with an explosion of color, hundreds of Tas pieces swaying in the breeze, each one the result of hours, sometimes weeks, of careful work. The artisans there love to chat, spilling the tales behind the designs, sharing their weaving tricks, and even letting you in on the family know-how passed down through the years. And it's not just for clothes. At the market, you'll spot bags, scarves, wall art, and one-of-a-kind keepsakes, all made from tas, turning this tradition into something you can hold on to. 13. Cost of living in East Timor-Leste. Thinking about settling down in East Timor-Leste? Get ready, because keeping up with life here isn't exactly budget-friendly. This place stands out as one of Southeast Asia's pricier spots, where even basic costs can add up fast. Finding a place to stay, like a hotel room, will run you anywhere from $40 to $100 a night. If you're looking to rent, a simple one-bedroom apartment averages around $550 a month. Bills for stuff like electricity, water, and internet can sting too. The country only recently started charging for power, and getting online might set you back $180 to $230 monthly. Getting around Dili, the capital, isn't cheap either. A quick 2-kilometer taxi trip can easily cost $5. Want to cut corners? Public buses are an option, with a monthly pass ranging from $30 to $40. Food's another hit to the wallet since most of it comes from overseas. A typical meal out costs between $12 and $18. If you'd rather whip up your own meals, groceries for one person will likely land between $380 and $450 a month. All in all, to live decently here, you're looking at a budget of $1,500 to $2,000 monthly. That's steeper than the regional norm and roughly half of what you'd shell out in the US, but you get a trade-off, a clean, quiet country with gorgeous beaches and a culture that's truly one of a kind. With this kind of budget, would you consider living in Timor-Leste? If yes, type 1. If no, type 0 in the comments. 14 unique dishes. If you think East Timor-Leste is just about stunning views and killer coffee, you're overlooking a mouth-watering mix of tastes shaped by Portuguese, Indonesian, and local roots. Take tape, or tapoi, a fermented treat crafted from rice or cassava that hits you with a sweet-sour punch and a subtle boozy kick. Locals love it as a dessert, or even turn it into rice wine. If you're into tangy stuff like kimchi or pickles, this one's bound to hook you. Then there's caldo verde, a soup with Portuguese vibes, but a unique East Timorese spin. It's got a smooth broth blended with coconut milk, turmeric, and curry leaves, loaded with chicken, goat, or fish, and paired with rice and forage greens. It's hearty, yet simple, and slurping it down by the shore is an experience you won't forget. Don't sleep on bibingka, the coconut cake that's a total crowd pleaser here. Made with flour, coconut milk, sugar, and eggs. It's baked over charcoal until the top crisps up golden and the inside stays soft and chewy, giving off a smoky scent that's hard to resist. And for something filling, feijoada steps up, a stew borrowed from Portugal, but remixed by East Timorese hands. Packed with black beans, pork sausage, and bold spices, it's a warm, satisfying dish that shines at gatherings and big events. If you ever swing by, digging into these plates is the real way to taste what East Timor-Leste is all about. 15. The most vibrant festivals in East Timor-Leste. Swing by Dili in February or March, and you'll stumble right into the Timor-Leste Carnival, a blast that turns the city into one giant party of tunes, moves, and eye-popping costumes. It's a time when East Timorese folks let loose, honoring their roots and hard-won freedom after years of tough times. The real showstopper is the street parade, with thousands rocking vibrant gear, grooving, and flaunting classic art forms. You might catch dancers in wild masks, pounding out African beats on drums, or high-energy samba crews that could give Rio a run for its money. For a quieter vibe, the Atoro Culture and Music Festival on Atoro Island is a hidden gem, blending art with the great outdoors. This spot's known for its jaw-dropping coral reefs and chill way of life, and the festival brings out local talent singing old-school songs, dancing, and spinning tales of their ancestors. The sounds of handmade guitars, bongo drums, and bronze gongs weave a spell, pulling you into a laid-back world where time takes a breather and music runs the show. Plus, they mix in some good-for-the-planet stuff like beach sweeps, tree planting, and talks about keeping the ocean alive. To really get a feel for the people and their ways, make a point to hit up one of these events, or go all in for both, and soak up what makes East Timor-Leste so special. If this video was helpful for you, leave a comment with the number 2 or 7, and subscribe to our channel to catch the latest videos. Thanks, and see you next time.